Well, this is going to be a controversial video. I can already see the dislikes coming in right now. I just want to start this video off by saying I don't mean any ill will towards any side of the LEGO community. I love both LEGO bricks and construction figures. I'm a 2001 kid, so I grew up with both systems and I consider both to be LEGO. And while I'm not that knowledgeable on Gen 1 of Bionicle as I am with the LEGO bricks, I want to present both sides of the conversation in a neutral manner and shine a light on both the good and bad aspects of both communities. This is just the opinions of a guy who loves both systems and themes, giving his perspective on the civil war currently happening in the LEGO community. Now, let's get started. Let's start from the beginning. Last month, LEGO put out a poll where fans could vote on classic themes that could get their own set in 2022 to celebrate 90 years of LEGO. There were plenty of options, from classic space to Bionicle to pirates and plenty of others. Everything seemed to be going well for the fan vote. People were voting for their personal themes and there seemed to be no drama. That is, until a video was posted by Brother from Another Brick. This video would go on to spark a civil war in the community. Now, I'm personally a fan of BFAB and his content, and I can see his perspective on this topic, but I can also see where Bionicle fans are coming from. So let's discuss both perspectives and I'll give my personal thoughts towards the end of this video. Bionicle started in 2001, which if you know your LEGO history, you'll know that the company wasn't doing well financially. But when Bionicle stepped in the scene, the theme did really well and became LEGO's #1 theme for a bit, and it was extremely popular among young boys. As the theme went on, the storyline just got too confusing for newer fans to jump on board, and while longtime fans enjoy the lore behind the theme, it's very daunting for a newcomer to try to get into the theme. It's why comic book companies like DC reboot their universes every 5 years, because the timeline can get convoluted and it's easier for newbies to jump on board whenever the universe reboots. So LEGO would cancel the theme in 2010 and replace the theme with Hero Factory, which is my personal favorite construction theme. Yeah, I was a Hero Factory kid and I still love that theme to this day. I know I lost some points with the Bionicle community for that statement, but it's just my opinion. And though it would seem Bionicle would lay dormant among the past LEGO themes, it would be rebooted in 2015. Gen 2 would sport the CCBS system that Hero Factory started in 2011. While some fans weren't as excited about Bionicle using the newer system, fans still supported the theme and younger kids as well as teens were able to try out Bionicle for themselves. The story was completely new and was more friendly to newer fans of the theme as it didn't have the decade worth of lore boggling it down. But the theme didn't sell well as its predecessor and would be cancelled after 2 years of sets. Now, I personally enjoyed this theme. I love the sets as well as the new play features that were included in the sets. My personal favorite Toa was Kopaka. I loved his design as well as his shield that could also be used as a snowboard. Maybe my love for snowboarding had some part to play in that though. Don't worry, Onua, you're still my second favorite. One thing that system fans point out as Gen 2's failure is that older fans didn't buy the sets or that kids didn't really care. Bionicle fans rebuttal this claim that LEGO didn't market it as much as they should have. In my personal experience, stores I would go to would often have dozens of sets on shelves, even when the sets were on clearance. It was clear to me and many others that the theme wasn't doing well, and while I did see plenty of ads for the theme on Cartoon Network while watching Adventure Time, I think the theme could have benefited from having its own show on Cartoon Network, similar to older movies released during the early 2000s, but more friendlier to newbies of the theme. Now let's talk about the other side's perspective. When the poll for LEGO's 90th anniversary started, AFOLs were able to bring back a theme that they grew up with for one set. With Classic Space and Castle and Adventures being one of the many possibilities, fans could relive their nostalgia for those classic themes yet again. I mentioned earlier that the fans of the brick system don't think a new Bionicle set would sell well after Gen 2's failure, and I disagree with Bionicle fans that the theme single-handedly saved LEGO from bankruptcy. Some people point out Star Wars as a theme that saved LEGO, and I personally disagree with that statement as well. More on that later. Both sides would end up going to war, with videos being made, Facebook groups breading those videos and posts being made on Reddit. Fans of both systems, like myself, are stuck in the middle while the other two sides yell at each other and why their point of view is better. Honestly, don't care which themes win. All the themes I voted for didn't make it into the top 3, with my number 1 choice being Space Police, because I honestly can't get enough of that theme. I think both sides have points that I personally agree and disagree with. I personally don't agree with the whole Bionicle / Star Wars saved LEGO debate because it's honestly stupid. Both themes played their part in helping LEGO recover financially. One theme can't support a company, as we saw when Bionicle's sales declined in the late 2000s. Every theme plays its part, even if some themes aren't as popular as Bionicle and Star Wars. Also, the debate on whether Bionicle is actually LEGO or not is just dumb, in my opinion. That's like if I said a Ford Bronco isn't a Ford because it doesn't have the same shape or parts as a Ford F-150. They're both Fords, even if they look different and have different uses, just like Lego. At the end of the day, Bionicle and bricks are just molded plastic meant to bring joy to young kids, and it just baffles me that a whole community would go to war because of plastic toys. If Bionicle wins, then I'd be happy with that, and I'd most likely purchase the set even if it's system-based rather than construction-based. Or if one of the more classic themes wins, then I'll be happy with that. It's a win either way for me personally, and I don't really care to choose a side in this war. Stay neutral in this fight, just like Wonder Woman and Batman vs Superman. And like I said in the beginning, I don't mean any ill will towards any side in this fight. It's just my opinion. If you disagree or agree with me, then more power to you. All I ask is that you keep it civil in the comments and give constructive criticism rather than blatantly bashing other commenters for their opinions. With that in mind, I want to thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, then I'd appreciate it if you leave a like, or if you dislike it, then go ahead and hit the dislike button. And if you haven't already, then don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!